Hey everyone, or a few people I know, right, in this world. Um, there's been some really disappointing stuff going on in this world, and people are not really understanding the depth, the perception, the understanding, the conception. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm not a great poet of words and drawing people into these problems that are going on, or these situations which I don't like focusing on the problem. I like focusing on the solutions. If we can find solutions, you find answers. You fix the problems, right? So to address those things, though, you have to talk about them. And a good friend of mine was just, I watched the video of the body cam footage, and I have some body cam footage too that I gotta figure out how to put up on here. I'm not that great with the stuff. Um, but he was treated horribly. The cops seem to, nowadays, I think it's mostly this younger generation. I'm sure there's some sour apples in the older ones too, but you know, these younger guys they're out there writing criminal charges on people, even the smallest charges, and they've never participated in any type of law school. I mean, maybe one of them or two of them might have. I'm not sure, but I know most of them broke the law growing up. You know, that's the sad truth. And then they want to judge others. It's weird when you give someone a gun, a badge, this costume that makes them feel like they're superheroes and that they're out there um, fixing problems and all these other and busting people and blah 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 blah. You know, it's sad because you're not doing people justice when you do that. And I noticed that there's a certain amount, a really high number of people, public people, private, what do you want to call yourselves? I don't know what to call you sometimes. There's people out there that get off on this stuff. I see on the social media where people talk garbage about people getting arrested and like they deserve that and they just how I mean just the overwhelming judgment that just comes from people who have no mind, no sensibility. Do you think that some guy, let's say some guy that's been using drugs for 10, 15 years, 2 years, whatever you want to say, you know, has all these issues. The reason why he went to drugs, it's not even depression really. It's the issues that he has in life. You know, because life's hard, man. Life is hard. It's sad because you got to tell your kids that too. You got to tell them, hey, life's hard, man. You better, buckle up, man, because and love what you have because it can be taken from you. Because there are people out there who don't care. And those aren't the words I'd choose to use to tell my kids personally, but I know that people say that, and it's just disgusting, man. That people like to get off on this stuff. They like people being hurt and caged like animals, and thinking that's gonna change a person. Or if someone's hungry and they stole a freaking who knows out of a store. I mean, yeah, there's a victim in that, but why do you think that person did in the beginning? There's something wrong. They need help. They don't need to be caged up like an animal. They don't need to be treated like an animal. Subhuman, man. I'm telling you, it's the way people treat people, like they're better than them. And then those people that are like that, more than likely, oh yeah, it sounds like I'm judging people, calling them on those people. Well, guess what? Oh well, everybody's talking. So here's my talking. Those people that do these type of things and get off on this stuff, they're rooted in just darkness and hate and division and separation, and they claim to be peaceful. They claim to have the answers. They claim to know this and politics and this and that. I mean, it's bewildering at times that they can't see in front of their face, man. It's almost like you want to pray. You do pray for these people, right? Or you meditate, you think, whatever your device is to try to send good energy into the world. Good for you. If you're trying to help and you're trying to send good energy, you're trying to send your prayers, that's great because I think that makes a big change because it helps your mind mentally, generate and focus on goodness, awesomeness. Awesome. I like that little sun right there in the back. Where is that? Right there. Rising in the morning time, baby. I got you. Um, so, back to reality is that once in a while you got to vent, right? Right now, I personally have a problem with an officer, young officer, and I believe she's profiled discriminatory towards me. And she wrote me a ticket, for nothing. Something like insurance takes care of on cars, I've talked about. And then I see my friend, my brother, good person, man, just great, always helpful, never hurtful, and that makes a big deal. If you got people that are helpful, not hurtful, I mean, that'd make a big statement right there. If you're helpful and not hurtful, what a statement. Always trying to help, never trying to hurt no one. But that's the thing, and we talked about this, and we wonder why does that happen to people like us who are trying to be helpful and not hurtful? Because that dark side of the world, that whatever you want to call that dark side, some people call it sinful, some people call it this, some people, whatever you call it, there's darkness, and it's deep in some people, and it's rooted. And what happens when they meet someone like me or him or someone else or I know or a couple people, maybe there's a couple people I know like that, okay? Wow, a couple people, it's amazing, right? I mean, I wish I knew thousands, but sadly, darkness is real, and it's infectious to a lot of people because that's where they want to live. They want to live in a closet in the dark, and they don't care about the light, they don't care about the love, they don't care about helping people, they don't care about healing people, they don't care. And when they run into someone like me, my friends, that care about people, who pray for people, who love people, who sing positive energy, people who don't want no harm to no one, who, what happens is they don't understand us. So it's right there. They feel irritated probably. I'm only imagining that they get irritated when they feel that feeling because then their cop mentality, because even cops and some people who are not actually cops, who be after hours cops, I call them, they get this weird thing because then some suspicious activity. Who's suspicious? Are you suspicious? What are you doing? Why aren't you like the rest of us robots? Tell me why. Tell me why, boy. Tell me now. Because why don't you talk like me now, huh? Talk like me. Talk like me, boy. Talk like me. And it's sad. And I'm not picking on anybody. I'm telling the truth. Whether people like it or not, I'm sure some people are fans. I don't talk great either because my voice sounds funny too. Yeah, I've been told my voice sounds funny. I don't talk like everybody else. My upper lip's a little smaller than my bottom lip. What do you want me to do about it? It's the way I was made by my creator. I mean, I could get on emotion about that today, Anxiety and the stress that comes along with darkness. The darkness. See, I like that light. It's there. It's always there. The light is always there. It's waiting on you. That light is there. It's captivating. Think about it. There's no light in jail cells, right? Besides the artificial light. Yeah, think about that one. They don't want you to see that beautiful sky and light because the sky and light talks to you. It talks of something else that's more powerful. It's creating things and gave you life. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They want you to be trapped. And I just watched a video of body cam footage of my friend, and I stand behind Dan, man. I stand behind him 100%. And, and we are non-hurtful people, non-thieving. We don't create damages to no one, purposely. I mean, a car accident can happen here and there, but life creates that. I just got hit the other day by somebody. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. People hit people in cars. Things happen. That's why they're called accidents. But I'm not talking about accidents. I'm talking about intentional actions. There are people who create intentional, and I am not going to lie. The sad truth is, recently, it was a big bug coming on. I've had actually a really good, very, very, very good encounter with an officer. And Miss Johns I've had 2 times I've seen her in the last couple of years. And I tell you what, she was very polite, very respectful, took time out to hear everything, listened to my conversation, addressed the conversation that I was talking about. I mean, you can't get no better than that because the rest of them want to control the scene, they want to control the situation, they want to put their clues into there, they want to direct everything and make it what they think it is. We know what's going on. I'm grown up. I know what's going on. I got hit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad she showed up for that because she was awesome. You know the sad thing too. I went to the police department to see if there was because they have complaint forms you can complain on cops. But they don't actually have a form you can fill out to compliment them, which I find a little odd and weird. So I went through channels to find out. I haven't complimented her actually in the proper channel, paperwork wise. But I found some information I was able to how I'm able to compliment her, and I think that sending her good energy is going to be good enough right now today. Eventually, if I feel that, I am going to compliment her through the right channels. But it's sad because I have to talk about the truth. And my poor buddy, he's just who he is. I'm just who I am. We don't fit the statistics, obviously. Me, for a lot of reasons, I can give you 1,000 reasons why I don't fit the statistics, as they say. They wanted me to jump in that number box and jump in there and fit in. Part of the system, the dark system. They're trying to get you to fit into a certain category. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, I'm up here. I'm down here. Nobody wants to be nowhere but in one place, and that's in the middle of everything with love, peace, and tranquility and goodness, man. It's like drinking this cup of coffee. It's hot, but it tastes good, man. Watch. You know what's going to hear a slurp. Ready? Make it feel loud, like get all pumped up in the morning. With goodness though, man. With goodness. Morning Charlie. That's what this is called. Not Joe. Morning Charlie. I don't know if you guys hear it, but there's birds in the background everywhere making noises right now, and there's just peace and tranquility right here. Right here. I have kids, lots of kids actually, and I don't get to see all my kids all the time, I don't, and I haven't lived the best life, people could judge me by a lot of things I've done, a lot of choices I've made. Kids are a blessing, and I'm talking about it this morning. I don't know why, but I'm talking about it. And, there's people who don't appreciate their kids. I appreciate my kids. I appreciate that I'm allowed to be a father to those children. Sometimes I'm not allowed to be a father to some of those children. Why? I've been in other situations I could talk about where moms take kids and just take off and do what they want. System don't give a shit. They don't care. As long as you pay that child support every month, which I've always done. As long as you pay that damn child support. And now, don't get me wrong, I have some blessings out there that don't require child support because they're not like the other ones that live in darkness, They have a light around them, a scope of light that is different because they understand life. It takes two people to make a child, right? So if you are sleeping with me and we have a child together and you know that I have not lied to you about me, who I am, you don't me wrong. Not everyone tells all their deep, dark secrets, I didn't tell everyone about, I don't tell everyone about all my stuff that happened to me as a child. That's not everyone's business, you know what I'm saying? How I grew up, and if you ask me, I might tell you. I'm right, I'm going to tell you, because that's different. If you care and you show interest in me, we'll talk about things. But obviously, most of the time, some people just don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't ask you questions. They don't care. Maybe they have ulterior motives. Hey, who's saying that? I am. I'm getting deep here this morning, getting off on a tangent, as my my grandfather would say. The kids call him great-grandfather. Mr. Andrew, he was in the service. He served in World War II, and his uncle John served in World War I. Got deep roots in America. Not into the slavery part. Just putting that out there for you. But I'm talking about to stand up for our country. We come from upstate New York, or New York area, I should say, because it was not always upstate. And just give you some background about my American heritage and why I care so much about America. Because people say that I don't care, but I do care. I care about America. I care about God. I care about Creator. I care about the positive energy that goes on into our lives. And that's why I'm here today to say, you see someone hurting in your neighborhood, don't call the cops on them. Help them out. If they curse you out, tell them, okay, you're allowed to curse me out. You're hurting, buddy. Lady, whatever your name is, you're hurting. I get it. I just hope that you get better one day. Send positive notes, man. Stop letting the law enforcement get involved with shit that they're not fixing. They can't fix everything. They were started to protect people's monies back in the days long ago. They were hired guns. And if you don't see that's still going on, like my friend who was at a property doing business, mind you, professional business, and got treated like a bum, got treated like less than human, subhuman. And he's not. He is more powerful than you will ever know, Mr. Officer. And actually, you're talking about another officer. I had another officer that handled a situation, and it's a very private situation, but I mean, not too private, but it's not everyone's business on the internet. But he was very respectful, and I don't know his name. I do not know his name, but he knows if he ever watches this video, who I'm talking about. And it's those that make a difference. And it's sad that I have to say that because there's only a few that make a difference. Maybe that's the numbers game. Maybe it'll never change. Maybe I'm wishing on good things. Maybe I'm trying to send goodness out. I don't know what it is sometimes. All I know is the reality behind this. And I just hope someone understands that treating Dan is not good. Treating Dan bad is not good. Treating Dan good is good. And I feel that the gentleman, I don't know, Officer Romero, whoever it was in South Daytona, very disrespectful. Had his mind made up from the beginning, like he's trained, and it was very poor actions upon him. Did I just say that? Poor actions. Very poor actions he chose to put upon others. He could have made peace in that situation, heard Dan's concerns, and said, you know what, I understand why you're upset. I get it. How about we all turn around and walk away? See, but they don't want to hear this. They want to do one thing. That's their job. They think is their job is to hurt people, write trespasses, write tickets, write charges, and fix those people. Fix them with charges and money and stuff that people don't even have nowadays. But let's fix them with more hurt. That's the answer, right? You tell me.